Hi everyone, welcome back to the Scottish Beauty and Spa Guide. My name's Pamela and here I share Scottish skincare and Scottish spas and just wellness tips as well. What I thought I would do today was just share with you something that I've been practicing for a while now, and it's minimalism, and it's really just kind of using that towards skincare and beauty, and how you might find this video quite helpful if you are feeling overwhelmed by the amount of products you maybe have at home, the amount of skincare, body care, hair care products, and just if there's a way that you can maybe minimise that so it doesn't feel that you've got so much stuff, and just share some tips with you and some things that I do myself that seem to work and be really beneficial. I'm also a spa and beauty therapist and I've been doing that for 20 years, and the advice I would always give to my clients if they were looking to buy a product in a spa that I worked in would be, use up what you have at home first before you purchase something new, and make sure that you use that product, because when we do buy things, if we're buying skincare or any kind of beauty products, they can be quite expensive, and if we're spending our good money on them, we want to make sure that we're going to use them and use them up fully, and make sure that it's not wasting any products or a waste of any money that we've spent. So I just thought it might be quite helpful to share a little bit about the minimalism with you, when you can adopt that with beauty and skincare, and how beneficial that can be to help you save some money, and also just to get the best from the products that you already have. Now, I have been guilty myself of maybe collecting some things that I probably didn't need, and I felt recently that I've been really wanting to kind of minimise what I do have at home and do a little declutter and not buy any more skincare. I did always adopt the approach of just using one product at a time. So like I would just use one cleanser at a time. When that was finished, I would then purchase another cleanser. I wouldn't have like 3 or 4 on the go at the same time. I would just use up one and just enjoy using that, and then once that's finished, replace it then. The same with toners and moisturisers. I would always just use one. These are the ones that I'm currently using just now, and it's from Ishka, and I just love this range, so I've been using this one at the moment. It's all natural and organic as well, which is so important when it comes to skincare at the moment as well, that if I do kind of practice slow living as well, and slow is a kind of acronym for sustainable, local, organic and whole. So when it comes to products, I always try and make sure that if I'm buying anything, it is sustainable. So Ishka's packaging is all like glass bottles, sustainable, recyclable. It's local to myself because obviously I live in Scotland, and it's produced in Scotland, the beautiful Outer Hebrides, where they produce the lovely natural organic products. So when it comes to minimalism, I would say that it can go hand in hand with a bit of sustainability as well. And if you are purchasing products, make sure they are of the best quality. If you're maybe just going to be using like one, as opposed to maybe having a collection of like 3 or 4 cleansers. And then sometimes the problem with that is as well that we find that we don't actually get round to using them all. Sometimes we forget what we've got in our collection as well, and it can maybe then go to waste, and maybe it'll, the ingredients can go off after a while and we forget we've got it, and it's then a kind of waste of our money and a waste of the lovely product as well. So I would say that I do see a lot online of people, having lots of skincare, and they've maybe got a lot in their collection, and sometimes the feeling when it comes to minimalism is, obviously less is more, and the products that we're using and what we have in our life should really be ones that we just really truly love. Sometimes when we collect a lot of stuff and we tend to buy a lot of stuff, sometimes that can be trying to fill ourselves up with things that are maybe lacking in other parts of our life. So sometimes they say, it's shopping can be one of those things where we go shopping to make ourselves feel better, but then when we do buy something, the joy of that, of the purchase and what we've bought for ourselves to lift our mood and how we're feeling, is usually just short term, and it's just short lived. So it doesn't last. It's not long term happiness. If you're doing a lot of shopping and thinking, I'll buy all this stuff and I'll feel better, it's something that can't really be sustained because we're continually having to go out and do that more. So I would say that if you do have a lot of skincare or a lot of products, or whatever you're spending your good money on, sometimes maybe a way to think about it is, is it compensating for something else? Sometimes we've got to kind of feel that, if we simplify our life and focus on things that bring us joy that don't cost money, then when we do have something, we'll really get a lot of joy and happiness from using that. Just in case that was maybe quite helpful, maybe something you can relate to as well. Happiness can't really be found in buying lots of things. So when you do choose a more minimalist approach to beauty, skincare and lifestyle, you will find that a lot of these things are just materialistic, and a lot of them obviously can be replaced. But when it comes to our happiness and how we feel on a daily basis, that's more important. So yeah, if you're feeling that you want to go shopping to spend money and buy a lot of stuff, I would always say, think about why you're doing that first of all. Is it because you do need to replace an item and buy something new, which is when I would purchase another product if I ran out of one? Or is it for like another reason to maybe like go shopping to cheer yourself up, which isn't always the best thing to do, because again, you could spend more money, it's short-term joy, it's not going to last, it'll only last for a while, and then you'll want to buy something else, and you'll never feel like whatever you have in your collection is enough. I would always say to yourself, look about your skincare products, look around your house. Are you hoarding a lot of things that you maybe don't need? I only have I have 2 candles on the go at the minute. I do love candles, but I only need to burn 1, so I'll use 1 up first and then start a new one. I do have an empty one, almost empty one downstairs, so that's why I have been burning this one a little bit as well. So yeah, how many candles do we need in our house? It's the same when it comes to skincare. How many cleansers do we need? How many toners? How many moisturisers? And the way I always like to think about it is, well, we only have one face, so what will we do? We've got all these products, and they do have a shelf life as well. So if you only have one face, I kind of think you only need 1 good cleanser, 1 good toner and 1 moisturiser and an eye cream. So yeah, just 1 product. So this is the only eye cream I'm currently using at the moment, and it's a natural organic one as well, by White Rabbit Skincare. Again, it's a local company. I would say as well, when it comes to minimalism and when it comes to kind of slow living, when it comes to skincare, if you can shop locally and support small local businesses as opposed to maybe like big corporate companies, because they're the ones that will probably need your business a lot more. So yeah, I just kind of shop local again, like I said, with Ishka, which is Scottish. White Rabbit Skincare, this is my eye cream. This is natural, handmade products, and it's going to last for such a long time. I've actually been using this eye cream for a month now, and again, look how full it is. It looks as if it's hardly been used. I've been using this every night, and so's my husband, and we've been putting it on, and it's got so much to go in there. So I would definitely say you'd sometimes get more for your money as well if you do shop more locally, because the quality's better as well. Another thing that I've been a wee bit more mindful about as well is the kind of materials that I've been using when it comes to minimalism and sustainability and slow living. And yeah, I have been using the beautiful Kildonan shower gel by Arran Sense of Scotland, which is almost empty. So this has been my only shower gel. So once this is finished, I'll move on to something else, but I'll finish it first, so I've not got a whole load of collection of bottles in the cabinet. I don't know if anybody does, have that feeling as well when they open their cabinet and it's just full. And I know some people might find that, that makes them feel okay, but for myself, I prefer less clutter and just using 1 product at a time until it's finished, and then moving on to the next one, because we've got, again, 1 body, we just need 1 shower gel. But this one's nearly finished, so when it is, I'm actually going to start using the soap. So this is probably more sustainable than using lots of plastic bottles, unless they are recyclable, if you find that they're already used with recycled materials, or they are recyclable, so using soap is a better option. This is what I'm going to be using next. So again, it's the Arran Scottish Skincare, the Arran Sense of Scotland soaps, which are beautiful. So I'm going to be going for like the soap this time, which is the same scent as the shower gel. And I do know that Arran Sense of Scotland have launched a more sustainable skincare, and they've launched new products on their page which are very sustainable as well. So I'll link that below if it's something you wanted to check out. If you are Scottish and you do love Arran Sense of Scotland, you'll want to check out their new range. Another example is I've actually almost run out of my blusher, so it's almost empty and I only have one. So once that one that suits my skin tone, you know, I feel as if you only need one, unless you're maybe a makeup artist and you'll have quite a collection in your kit. That one's almost finished now, so once that's finished I'll repurchase that, so I only kind of have one blusher. I do feel recently though that I have kind of ended up accumulating quite a lot of products, and I have found it a little bit overwhelming trying to get through them all, and I feel as if, yeah, I wouldn't want to waste anything at all, and I prefer just using, like I've said, one product at a time. So I'm really going to be working on that and just making sure I use up all these products before purchasing anything else, and obviously just opting for more sustainability as well. Almost finished the shampoo and conditioner that I'm currently using as well just now, and I was actually going to start using one that wasn't in plastic bottles, and it's the Ishka shampoo and body bar, which I've used before, which is absolutely brilliant. It's amazing for your hair. If you've never used like a kind of soap bar, obviously it looks like this, but it's a shampoo and body bar in your hair. It does the same job and it leaves your hair really healthy and shiny. So I'm going to do that, which is going to be more sustainable as well. Just focus a wee bit more on being mindful on the products that we're using for our hair, for our body, for our skincare and in our lifestyle. That less is definitely more. Always found that like attaining a lot of things isn't the secret to happiness or success. They always say, you know, success is defined by how happy you are each day, not by how much stuff you own, because there's a lot of people that have a lot of stuff and they're still very unhappy. So that's always an example that we think, oh, when we get more we're going to be happy, whereas sometimes, you know, living with less, you've got to be happy. Happy's an inside job, so yeah, work on that first before you go shopping and buying lots of things. And I'd love to know, are you somebody that is quite minimal when it comes to beauty and skincare? Do you find these videos helpful? Do you just use like one cleanser or one product at a time for whatever it is you're using it for, like one shower gel, or do you have quite a few different products to choose from? Would you like to downsize your collection and just be more minimalist? If you are like myself, then yeah, comment below if you feel as if that's a more calmer environment for you to live in, with less things to be overwhelmed by, and yeah, that are taking up so much space as well. Love for you to follow me on this journey as I continue with the minimalist lifestyle when it comes to beauty, and also out with beauty in my own life as well. Myself and my husband, we are very kind of minimalist as well. You know, we don't have a lot of things, we don't shop a lot for clothes. I've got only one pair of trainers. There's only one pair that I would need. We don't buy a lot of things. Our car is very old. We don't feel as if we have to repurchase things all the time and keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, which can be a thing that maybe a lot of people feel under pressure that they have to do. I've got an old phone I'm actually using to film this video on. It's an iPhone 7. I don't have the latest phones. But again, happiness is an inside job and it comes from inside, and I always believe you've got to be happy with nothing first before you can then be happy when you start having other things in your life. So it is an inside job. So if you can relate to any of this or you find any of this helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. I will be sharing more about sustainable skincare and also sharing products that I love that are from Scottish companies. Shop locally, good quality products. Anything that I have spoken about on the channel and any of the videos that you've watched are only products that I would purchase with my own money myself. I would never try and talk about anything that I haven't used myself or, you know, that I didn't believe was going to be good. And again, I would always say only purchase anything if you did want to replace something. Don't feel pressured to buy anything unless you had to replace something. You were maybe on the lookout for like a cleanser, a good cleanser, or you know, a lovely shower gel. Yeah, only when you've ran out of what you've got just now, it would be then, you know, if you were thinking of repurchasing it, and just see it as a little bit of inspiration for that. Also find me over on Instagram, where I share a lot of content over there as well, and it's beauty, wellness, lifestyle related. You'll find me at Scottish Beauty and Spa Guide over there. And yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you in next video, and thanks for watching everyone.